All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Wednesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? We had a pretty quiet morning, but this afternoon we had some volatility up and down and up. Pretty crazy. There's always things going on. Some may think that social sentiment is down and nothing's going on, but there's always stuff happening, particularly with crypto and Dogecoin. So a lot to talk about again. How's everybody doing? I'm doing well. We were thinking it was going to be a bear day, weren't we? We were thinking the bears are going to be back because Jerome Powell is speaking and he's going to say bad things about the economy and everything's going to crash. And look what ended up happening. Volatility, yes. Up and down, yes. But overall, we're higher than we were this morning. It'll drop back down, most likely, because that's what the markets do in times like this. So you got to expect that. And of course, you guys come and listen to me because I give you the truth, not all hopium. But there is hope on the horizon. It is on the horizon. Today I'm drinking a Youngling, American beer called Youngling. You would think Youngling doesn't sound American. But hey, we're a melting pot, right? And do you know that this is America's oldest brewery? Did you know that? America's oldest brewery is in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Pottsville, Pennsylvania, America's oldest brewery. And it's called Youngling. Not Budweiser, it's Youngling. So it's like, yeah, Pennsylvania, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And so after I finished my Modelo's, right, my pre-tariff Modelo's, right, I said, I'm going to buy American. And I'm thinking there, I'm like Miller, Budweiser, Coors. And I'm like, Youngling, I like these. These are pretty good. If you guys haven't had a Youngling, check it out. And I am a fan of lager as well. So here we go. Youngling is on the menu for today. Cheers, everybody. I know it's a Wednesday, but we had Powell, we have Trump tariffs, we got up and down and up and down and Youngling, whatever, Doug. Cheers. It still tastes good. That's pretty tasty. That's pretty tasty. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? It doesn't taste like Sam Adams. It doesn't have that heavy. Sam Adams Boston Lager has this kind of heaviness to it. And the Youngling doesn't have that. So not in my opinion. But yeah, no more Modelo's here. That's Mexican. Got to pay those tariffs. Buy American time now. I know not everyone here is United States. Many from around the world are here. Some Europeans, you're probably just sipping your wine, right? You're sipping your wine. But America's beer country, we make some good wines too. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to drop down here in the corner and we're going to see these green candles. And not only do we have green candles going on right now with Dogecoin, but we also have the stocks. Stocks were way down today. This is NVIDIA. And there was a point in time when NVIDIA was down over 10%, dropped back down to $100, didn't quite dip below 100, but had been lower than 100 last week, I believe. And then this afternoon, smarter heads prevail. And we're like, why is the stock market dropping so much? I'll tell you why. And then everyone started buying stocks back up, and Nvidia came back up like 4%. So it only ended up down about 6%. And that's about right where it was pre-market, where it started. So, because this is where Nvidia ended on Tuesday up at 112, but pre-market it was way down and it opened at 104. And then we had all this mess today, and guess where it closed? 104. But stocks, I mean, the stock market is usually like slow and steady, right? No. We're in a whole different world now. Yeah, you can probably buy some chemical stocks or something that don't move like the tech stocks. I get that. Maybe you get your dividends. We were talking about dividend stocks yesterday. Like people want to just buy dividend stocks and get your little dividends, which is good. Hey, great to have part of your portfolio, dividend stocks, collecting your dividends, right? Slow and steady. It's a good for part of your portfolio. Yeah, but that's not good enough for us, right? We need volatility in our lives. So let's get some Doge, right? For some volatility in our lives. So what's going on? Hey, crypto market slide as Powell flags stagflation risks, tariff troubles, warns of tough road ahead. But wait, none of that is actually happening right now, right? I guess the tariffs, but again, it's like that's an elective thing in my opinion. Yeah, there may be some auto parts or something. Trump's making some exceptions here and there for existing companies so they don't get like totally messed up because they need to have things or they've already ordered things that are coming in and they don't want those big 245% tariffs on them or whatever. So there's some exceptions along the way. But I have yet to see a product that has an actual tariff on it that I need to buy. I don't know about you. So in my opinion, this is all just fear, doubt, right? Uncertainty, right? If you heard that before, called FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You heard about that? FUD. So the markets are reacting to this guy spreading FUD. That's all it was. That's all it was. But crypto actually didn't do too bad because then after his speech, he had a sit-down session, some questions and answers. And basically he said, crypto, there's bank rules on crypto are going to be relaxed. Congress working on a framework, a legal framework for stable coins and crypto and all of that. And that actually helped crypto a bit in trading. But again, it's just him talking about things that are going to happen in the future. None of this is happening right now. Powell, tariff hikes drive higher inflation, slower growth. The level of tariff increases announced so far is significantly larger than anticipated. In one sense, but not across the board, because he reduced everything else back down to a 10% baseline, right? So it's really just China right now. It's only China. And now they're making deals, right? Today, Japanese prime minister, whoever, was in the White House, right? Talking about trade, making a real trade deal. Tomorrow, Meloni from Italy is going to be in the White House making a trade deal with Italy, right? That's what Trump wanted, the art of the deal. The same is likely to be true of the economic effects, which will include higher inflation and slower growth. There's absolutely nothing that says we're going to have higher inflation and slower growth. Nothing says that. This guy is spreading FUD. And I think after about half an hour or a little more after he was done, the markets decided, you know what? We're not going to believe him. We're just going to trade right back up where we started and forget all this stuff down here. Now, of course, some of you may look at that and say, wow, it's a buying opportunity, right? There's a dip, buy the dip, right? Did anybody buy the dip in the stock market like an hour ago? Because there was a juicy one. It stocks, I don't know. It just, that's what happened today. That's what happened today. Zero Hedge says S&P 500 widens decline to 3%, NASDAQ down 4.2%. That was at 3 o'clock p.m. That was the bottom. Meanwhile, gold, right? Gold is making a new record high every minute. And we'll look at the gold chart because the gold was just going up, 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 up. Fear, uncertainty, doubt means gold is the safe haven. But how about Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin a safe haven too? Yeah, Bitcoin's back up to 84.3. It hasn't recovered back up over 85 where it was earlier, but Dogecoin did. So Dogecoin has made a nice recovery. Again, when things start going up, Dogecoin then outperforms Bitcoin yet again. We see that happen. But what happened today? Microsoft down, Apple down, Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Meta, all the tech stocks, all in the red, all down. But Bitcoin, Doge, they're in the green. They're in the green. So I think what was happening is they were just taking it all out on the stocks. And the stock traders were freaking out over the FUD that Powell was laying, and the crypto bros are just like, you know what? Let's just have a little fun with the volatility, right? The market makers are like, yeah, let's dump this down, like wipe out some of the leverage longs that are there, and then we'll just bring it right back up. Because that's what happened. And Larkus, like gold. Gold continues to hit new all-time highs, getting pretty damn overbought, though. Interestingly, after it gets overbought in the monthly time frame, that's when Bitcoin usually starts its next leg up. Could we see a huge Bitcoin rally soon? Very similar to what we had with the big run that gold had back in 2020. And what happened right after gold went on that big run, 2019 into 2020? Gold leveled off, started to go down. And what did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin went on a huge run. What did Dogecoin do? Dogecoin went on its monstrous run, of course, outperforming Bitcoin. Could we see that again now with gold heading up to new all-time highs over 3,300 now? Is gold going to level off? And then we're going to see crypto go on a huge run. That's out there. That is definitely out there. And Trader Allen's like, hey, look at Doge. Look at where we were back then. Even 2017, we had the same thing happen. We had a run up and a big pullback in 2017. What did we have? End of 2024, a big run up, and then this pullback early in 2025. We've been here before. 2017, we've been talking about this mirror of the 2017 price of Doge. Could we see this again? No, Doug, that's my gold bar. It's my gold bar. It's on Monday is the announcement where they announce KrissPax wins the gold bar. And what about Doge? Well, 2 years ago, what happened to Doge? Doge became the Twitter logo. That's right. It was 2 years ago when Elon replaced the Twitter logo because it wasn't X yet. It was still Twitter with the Doge. Remember that? Remember when that happened? Doge was the logo on Twitter for, I don't know, it was a few days or so, if I remember. And then by the next year, Twitter was rebranded to X, and so now it's X. But that was fun, having a Doge logo on Twitter. So a lot going on. Crypto prices could recover in mid to late 2025, says Coinbase. I wonder who else has been saying that. Maybe KrissPax? You guys have heard me say again and again and again, it's going to be the fall, right? The fall. How many times do I say that? It's the fall. Check back with me in September into October and November. No, 4-year cycle's not broken, Leno Chad. Just like 2017, we're having a double top. The big gap in between this time, much wider gap than what we had in 2017. That's my prediction. And I'm with Coinbase. Coinbase says crypto prices to recover mid to late 2025. And I am on that bandwagon. I know Vance, right? Never heard him say that. I've been saying that consistently since January 1st. It's in my video on January 1st. When is Dogecoin going to go on the big run? I said, not the spring. It's going to be the fall. You could see it coming. You could see it coming. But even this report from Coinbase International suggests that crypto prices have entered a bear market phase. So I made this video this morning, right, on bear market. The first comment, well, why didn't you define what a bear market is? Well, we could talk about that if you want to. What defines a bear market? But then I'm looking at the price today and I'm like, does that look like a bear market to you? That doesn't look like a bear market to me. I don't know. Just doesn't look like a bear market to me. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. But the crypto bros are like, no, we'll allow the market makers to dump the price, take out some leverage longs, buy the dip, and bring the price right back up. That's what we do. And then just one more note for everybody who's watching. KrissPax merch store. 2 days left of my 20% off sale. 2 days left. A couple people bought some hats yesterday. Got a cap and a hat. People bought some products. I have a link in the description below. 20% off everything in the Kriss store. You just have to hit that little button at the top that says redeem and you'll get your 20% off. But I've got a lot of fun Dogecoin themed products. I mean, do you have a new baby in the family? You know, one of your aunts and uncles or cousins has a new baby. You got to get a onesie, right? You got to get a onesie, right? You get a onesie, Dogecoin, spreading the love of Dogecoin. You got to start them early, right? You got to start them early. You'll have to check the shipping costs, Leno Chat. You can go in and you can select the item, and then before even buying, you can see what the shipping cost options are. Okay. Mugs. Got to have a Dogecoin mug. Come on. Cap. That's what somebody bought yesterday. Dogecoin cap. It's getting to be summertime. You know, you can get t-shirts, you can get tanks, all good stuff. Just spreading the love of Doge, you know, spreading the love of Doge. So we zoom out on the Doge chart to the daily and we're like, you know, we know it's been going sideways. We're exactly where we were back on March 10th. Do you believe that? March 10th. We're at the same price we were on March 10th. And everybody's freaking out. Doge is dying. We're at the same price we were a month and a half ago. This is all just noise, up and down noise. And as I said the other day, did you take advantage of that 13-cent Dogecoin? Did you buy on the dip? I bought on the dip. Adult onesies. Oh, Compo. That would have been awesome if they had adult onesies. That'd have been awesome. Blake. Yeah, you were one of the people that bought a hat. Yeah. Got your hat. Nice. But here's the Dogecoin chart, and it's sideways since March 10th. Little up, little down, buying opportunity, right? Buying on the dip. That's pretty nice. Bitcoin didn't dip as much, but still, where is Bitcoin? The same price it was on March 10th. Also, exactly the same. On March 10th, Bitcoin was at $84,000. And here we are today, $84,000. A month and a half has gone by, but Dogecoin and Bitcoin are at the same price. And everybody's freaking out. Oh, it's a bear market. Crypto's dying. We know leading up to March 10th, there was a big drop because of the tariffs. And we had these little tariff drops, but it's all recovered every time. We get a dip, it recovers. We get a dip, it recovers. That's what's happening. But essentially, it's sideways for a month and a half. But because of the FUD that's being thrown out there by the Dems, by Powell, whoever else, I don't know, the thing to have been in was gold. Because gold is much higher than it was on March 10th. On March 10th, gold was about $2,900. Now, again, gold doesn't have the volatility that crypto does. So on March 10th to now, gold is up 15%. I mean, Bitcoin and Dogecoin can make 15% in a day, right? We know that. Maybe two. So this move from gold is huge in terms of gold standards, but in the end, not so huge in crypto standards because we know we can make 15% in a day. But for gold, over a month and a half to go up 15%, everyone's going, oh, gold, new all-time high, blah, blah, blah. We can make that up in no time. Probably not a bad idea to have a little bit of your portfolio in gold, right? Diversified portfolio, have a little gold. That's all right. But we look at Dogecoin and we're like, you know what? Dogecoin to go up 15%, what would its price need to be? 15% from here would be 18-cent Doge. 18. We can make 18 cents next week. And we'll have outperformed what gold did over the past month and a half. Everybody freaking out about gold hitting all-time highs. And all Dogecoin has to do is go back up to 18 cents. And we'll have matched that huge gain in gold. I just want the gold bar. That's all. I'm not buying gold. But if Robinhood gives me the gold bar, I'll take the gold bar. I'll take it. Oh, so that's what we have going on, guys. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. You can tell I'm upbeat. Much more than yesterday. Yesterday was a little down. Buy, sell, hold, bear market. Right? But now, no, Doug, no, Doug, no. Cheers if you do win it, but it's mine. It's mine. I have to share it with PaxCat. I have to share the gold bar. Linda's trying to win a Bitcoin. Yeah, I've never won a Bitcoin. Too late to buy gold. You're better off buying Bitcoin. I know you're going to buy gold at an all-time high now. I mean, look what Lark said. Lark said most likely, if we're back to like where we were back in 2020, gold's going to level off. Somewhere around here, gold is going to level off and it's going to go down while Bitcoin is going up. I don't think now's the time to be buying gold. Could gold still go up? Maybe. But to have gold going up while crypto is also going up hugely, I doubt that. I doubt that'll happen. But we're in weird times now. Crazy things are happening. My wife said, too bad we don't have any gold. I said, we have digital gold. There you go. Exactly. Yeah. And we could still hit my 20-cent price prediction in April. I know we're only halfway through the month. We can still get there, which would be outperforming what gold did over the past month and a half. We can do it in a week. Easy. The M2 Global Money Indicator shows we're supposed to get some relief this week. Whether or not, I don't know. A lot of people calling for the M2 money supply going up. Start panning for gold, right? Ryan, you want to put another 10,000 in the market? The moment when you buy the dip and the price drops lower, sometimes that happens. You got to be ready for that. Weather Girl bought the dip. So, yeah, Doug, I don't get this about doomsdayers and the bears out there. Why do they keep being bears all the time? They must just live a miserable existence. Like Anthony keeps coming in here and these others. It's just like, why? Why do you want to live your life like that? Because I don't see what they're seeing. I mean, Anthony was talking about Doge going all the way back down to like 2 cents. And I'm just like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? So yeah, it's sideways. We've been sideways for a month and a half. Just think about that. We're at the same price, both in Bitcoin and Dogecoin, where we were a month and a half ago. And yet, half the people think crypto's dead, right? Dying. And it's just like, no, it's not. Crypto's actually being very resilient. Very resilient. That's a good idea, Doug. Get some merch. Get some Doge merch from the KrissPax store. And then with your savings, buy a little Doge. And you'll make even more back. You'll make even more back. Not financial advice. Oh, God. Robinhood is the only exchange which charges no fees. Kraken, I guess, is now converting to a no-fee platform. Webull, the Webull Pay, you can buy crypto, no fees. So, yeah, there's a few. There's a few. Watch the Bitcoin dominance now. Is it time for it to go back down? Let's see what we got with Bitcoin dominance. Wow, it came up and it did actually hit 64% today. Look at that. Bitcoin dominance hit 64% today. Is that the top? We keep wondering. When's the top for Bitcoin dominance? 64%. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think we were going to see 64%. There it is. So yeah, weakness in a lot of altcoins, especially ETH. I feel sorry for the big ETH holders who keep wishing and praying ETH turns around. And every time I see Crypto Rover, one of those guys on X, print a new ETH chart and says ETH is going to skyrocket to 10 grand. And I'm just like, no, no. And I've told you guys my feelings of ETH for months, right? Never should have changed from proof of work to proof of stake. And you know what? I don't hear anybody in the Doge community talking about Dogecoin going to proof of stake anymore. Nobody's saying it. I've been saying it since it was first introduced as an idea. I was like, no, Dogecoin is just fine as a proof of work cryptocurrency. Don't do what ETH did. Don't do what ETH did. Stay proof of work. Particularly now that House of Doge is going to be building this, layer 1.5 or whatever it is, with the Dogecoin Foundation, Doge devs, with such pay, just working right smoothly. We're going to see how all that comes out. That is all coming. Keep the miners mining. And I'm going to buy a miner and I'm going to mine Dogecoin. I'm going to be part of it. Nobody's talking about proof of stake Doge anymore. Yeah, my stream was just about an hour and I was just like, yeah, I'm tired. It was kind of a low energy. It was kind of a low energy yesterday and I was like, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, today, a lot more going on. It's a nice looking chart. Yes, it is, Linda. Charts are looking good right now. Pax Cat. Yeah, not about gold bar. Can we see Bitcoin go to 100K anytime soon? Tony, great question. At a minimum, Bitcoin's going to stay in the 80s. I still think we'll have a little pump here, late April into May before the summer hits in. Is Bitcoin going to reach 100K by that time? I do kind of doubt it. I don't foresee any huge news specifically for Bitcoin coming anytime soon. We got the Bitcoin conference coming up in late May, but typically when that happens, Bitcoin's price has historically kind of gone down during the Bitcoin conference, which, if you guys haven't heard, I will be attending this year. Yes, I will be at the Bitcoin conference at the Venetian in Las Vegas the last week of May. So if any of you guys are there, hit me up, let me know. See if we can meet somewhere. And I'll be spreading the word of Doge at the Bitcoin conference because that's what I do. What about Mantra? What the hell happened to Mantra? People are buying this thing, but man, did it fall off the table. Did it ever fall off the table? Most of you probably already know the story of what happened to Mantra. There's conflicting information here on who actually started selling first to kick off this huge dump. This doesn't happen organically. A few people selling tokens does not lead to a 90% drop in a token. That doesn't happen. So still kind of interesting to see how this will play out. The president CEO guy, he was on CoffeeZilla and he's like, no, we didn't sell. Team didn't sell. The market makers, they tended to have a big bag. There was some other big stash of OM tokens floating around. So that looks like what was sold. How it got sold, why it got sold, I don't know. But then as the price was going down, others started selling. And it just became this fear and the price dropped. Now it's 72 cents. I mean, there's some trading going on with this thing now. I mean, the volume is still pretty high. But there was no volume before. No volume at all on this thing. Low liquidity. Nothing was going on with this thing. And then it just fell off the table. So I don't know. I'm not touching this thing. I don't know what the future of this project is. It's supposed to be this big RWA, real world asset project. And I'm just like, you know what? That's what Dogecoin is going to become. A true RWA tokenization project, which we talked about the other day. That's coming. That's coming. But this thing, I'm not touching this. Will it come back? Will people be able to make money off this thing? Maybe. But I'm not doing it. Thanks for the question, though. It's a good question. It's relevant. What's going on right now? But it's like, if you've got money to spend on crypto, where are you going to put your money? At this point in time, where are you going to put your money? Are you going to chase some other tokens where you don't know who the devs are? You don't know the market makers. You don't know what percentage is held by the devs, the volatility behind it all? Or do you just buy Dogecoin? Because you know there's no huge dev wallets, right? All the wallets are out there. There was no pre-mining. There was no airdrops. There's none of that with Dogecoin. It's all out there. All the Dogecoin is out there and continues to be minted. Every minute, new Dogecoin goes to the miners. Again, proof of work cryptocurrency. Those are the miners validating the transactions on the blockchain, keeping the blockchain safe and secure. To keep Doge, Doge is what it is. Yeah, I'm not touching Metro. on the crypto, the Doge, for the members, I've stopped. I've been getting some scam emails from people either pretending to be members or people that weren't members when I had the live stream, and then have become a member in order to get free Doge. I don't know. I'm just like, that's not how this works. Everybody had plenty of warning what was coming, when it was going to come. And so anybody else who is trying to collect members only Doge, I've closed that off now. Particularly because there are people who are sending me wallet addresses saying they're members, and I look on my member list and they're not there. So that's going to happen. Stuff like that. There were a lot, Ryan, who never sent an email. There were a lot. But everyone had plenty of time. And if you just checked out, and I can't help you at this point, because now I'm getting more requests for Doge from people who don't deserve the Doge. So, yeah, that's it. You try and do a good thing. People try and take advantage of it. And it just, but anyway. Hi, Amanda. Good evening. How are you? Ramon made $76,000 on PopCat. Sold the garbage today, back in Doge. Well, that's nice that Ramon recognized Ramon for making money on PopCat. Nice swing trade. Good job. Good to be out. Yes. I wouldn't trust that PopCat thing. That's for sure. You're a gambler? Yeah, but you're a smart gambler, Ryan. You're not a total degen. Although some would say you're buying all that Dogecoin. That may make you a degen, right? Sunshine, how are you? Good. Why have you not mentioned Doge is going up right now? Because I knew it was going to go back down. I said that earlier. Doge was going up earlier. I said, yeah, it'll probably come back down some. And here we are. But Dogecoin is holding up pretty well. Yes. Hey, Daniel. Sorry, you've been busy. That's all right. There's no giveaway right now, Daniel. There's no giveaway right now. Pity that crypto mining is dead since 2022. It's not. You can be profitable crypto mining. Just right now, prices are kind of suppressed. It's tough to be profitable at the moment. Energy costs have gone up. So you have to be in a low energy situation in order to really make money on it. I'm looking at just mining Dogecoin and holding it long term. The price will escalate and then I'll make my money. Plus, I just want to support the network, be part of it, and learn something new. I've never mined before. I'm going to try it. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that ETH thing, transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake, never should have done it. And ETH was, I know, ETH was big. And it has just been pretty sorry for a long time. Could Doge take the number 2 spot? Great question. Great question. So first, I do have to recognize Tron again. Tron is number 8. Doge number 9. We're only 500 million behind. So we can catch Tron again. Not worried about that. It's this XRP thing up here. What is XRP going to do? Because, I mean, there's so much FUD about XRP out there, but the FUD is the other way. In other words, trying to promote it being like God's gift to crypto. Like everything's XRP is going to go to $10, $20. You can't believe that crap. So the battle will be with XRP. That'll be what the battle is. Now, at this point, Doge goes to $1 with 148 billion Dogecoin. That would be 148 billion market cap, which would just be more than Tether. Now, Tether has just been minting like crazy. Can't believe there's 144 billion Tether tokens out there. That's just insane how much Tether there is. But if Doge gets to $1, it would be above Tether, and that would make it number 2. And that's if XRP doesn't make a huge run. That's what it would take. That's what it would take. Zach Dagger took some profits on some Doge to buy some Tesla on the dip. Interesting. Bought some Tesla on the dip. So Tesla dipped at 233 and then recovered up in the last hour of trading back up to 241. And that's this is the Tesla chart. Tesla was way down for a while. It ended up down 5% still. So yeah, great buying opportunity for some Tesla stock, especially if you got it down here in the 230s. I'd say that's pretty good. At this point, there's still a lot of stuff out there about Tesla and where they're getting all their car parts. If they're still relying on Chinese car parts, that could be bad. But yeah, this was definitely a dip. Definitely a dip. But did you have to sell Doge to do it? Couldn't you have sold something else? You got to have something else in your portfolio. There had to have been something else in your portfolio that you could have sold, right? Something? Anything? Bueller? I know, Zach. Just kidding. Sunshine asks, do you think House of Doge is the greatest, most bullish thing to ever happen to Doge? Well, they haven't beat the Elon hype of 2021 yet. because that Elon hype was huge. Now, when that faded out, everyone realized Doge was completely overbought. And Doge dropped big time. But man, 4 years ago, right now is when it started. All that Elon hype. It actually started back in January of 2021, but April 2021 was huge. So House of Doge isn't going to be sexy like the Elon stuff was, right? It's going to be slow and steady, slowly building, which I think in the long run will be better for Dogecoin than all the Elon hype. So, yeah. You're holding XRP in Doge? I have a little XRP still in the KrissPax DCA portfolio. I still have some XRP, and it is one of my best performers in that portfolio. So we do have that. But I'm not a fan, and certainly not long-term. Dogecoin is going to outperform XRP. And of course, Peanut may make a comeback. No crypto buys today. Added a little to your Roth IRA. Nice dip in the stock market today. Amanda, you'll have to wait for my May price prediction on May 1st. I do those videos first of every month, but my outlook for the first part of May is generally good. Where it goes from there is going to depend on what's going on. Right now, a little too soon. You want to come out to Vegas, Garjan? It's going to be fun. Going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the trip. Still have ETH Classic, but nobody's building anything on ETH Classic. It's just kind of a ghost chain. But there is some mining going on, and some people are making money mining ETH Classic. So, I don't know. And yes, it is true. ETC is the original Ethereum. The big Ethereum is actually a fork. And then they messed it up big time. The merge. Bad decision. I know it's hard to misspell my name when it's like everywhere on my channel, but some people just have Kriss spelling like ingrained in their head with a C, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not me. Must be talking to somebody else. Ugh. Yeah, DB, but you've been winning the other giveaways. You're doing all right. Oh. Yep. I just can't believe people would just like, everyone knew what the rules were. And yet I'm getting all these emails for Doge handouts. And I'm just like, no, that's not how it works. You don't get Doge handouts. I'm not just a Doge bank just giving out Doge. No. You got to do something to get something. And then I just posted it on X a couple weeks ago. I posted that, celebration of the members and the support and all of that. It was giving away this Dogecoin, and people just start posting their Doge wallets in response. And I'm just like, no, doesn't work that way. Yes, a smart gambler. Exactly right. Doge always holds up during a panic market? Not really. Not really, Nigel. Doge can drop really hard, really fast. You got your son a miner for Christmas, and it came from China. I guess there's a large percentage of mining rigs that are all from China. So yeah, when it comes around to me buying a miner, I'll have to be careful where it's coming from. Yeah, I knew Caroline Leavitt was going to be giving a White House briefing while I was live, but it's nothing to do with crypto, nothing to do with finances. It's probably going to be about the Japanese meeting today and some other stuff going on, but I'll check it out later. Ramon, you're beyond bullish for Doge. This is time for that 20 to 30% move. I know we're going to outperform gold, and everyone's, oh, gold, 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 gold. And I'm just like, 15%. If we could make that in a day in crypto. What exchange is Tron on anymore? So you can go to CoinMarketCap and you can click on any crypto. So we'll click on Tron, and then it'll tell you where you can get it. Binance, Bybit, Upbit, OKX, BitGet, MEXC, Gate, KuCoin, Bitfinex. Those are the biggest ones. 20% of the volume is USDT Tether trading pair with Tron on Binance. Looks like the second largest is MEXC. Isn't that crazy? How can MEXC be the second? No, they didn't take it off Binance. It's currently trading right now on Binance. Or Tron Tether. You can sell it for Tether right here. They probably took off a USD. You can't sell it for USD. Yeah, you can sell it for Tether on Binance. If you're international, you can sell it for Tether. I don't know about Binance US if you're here in the US. I don't know about that. Bing, Kraken, HTX, Bitmart, BitHum. Then you can sell it for Bitcoin. You can sell it for ETH. You can sell it for XRP. There's all these other trading pairs all on Binance. But Kraken, KuCoin. So there's a lot of markets. Not Coinbase. Coinbase won't touch it. Yes, I was in Tampa last week. I was busy doing architect stuff, conference. It was a packed few days. Would have been fun to meet up though. But I'll be in Las Vegas 26th, 27th, and 28th of May for the Bitcoin conference. Why do the XRP people think X payments using Dogecoin needs XRP? They're just hoping, praying for something for their beloved XRP tokens. Probably because they're way down. I don't know. Oh, XRP is going to be on X. No. Elon Musk has never even talked about XRP. It's not going to be on X. Lots of eyes used to be on ETH. Not anymore. Now all eyes on Doge. All eyes on Doge. That is true. All eyes on Doge.
All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge.
That's always fun. Always fun. All eyes on Doge. I diversified $3,000 into vintage Pokemon cards. That's awesome. And I think in the near future, you're going to be able to tokenize those on the Dogecoin blockchain. We will be watching the House of Doge because they are building something where you can tokenize real world assets on the Dogecoin blockchain. So you'll be able to tokenize your Pokemon cards. Where and how can I buy stocks? Well, Paul, if you're asking, then you must be new to investing. I just recommend, if you're in the United States, just download Robinhood and start there. Easiest way. It's just use the Robinhood app. I have a link in the description below. Just click on the link. We'll take you right there, sign you up, send some money onto the platform, and buy some stocks. It's really easy on Robinhood. Great place to get started. On crypto, that's a little different on Robinhood because the prices aren't always the best when you're buying or selling on Robinhood. But stocks, you get the price on the stock trading, and there's no fee. So that's what I recommend. Start with Robinhood and then go from there. Nigel was getting Doge before 2020. Ooh, you had a bunch of zeros in front of there. Zach, you still have Doge that you bought at 7 cents? Nice, nice. I know, I'm having a good day today. I'm in a good mood. Been on for an hour and I only have 63 likes. With everything going on. Yeah, pretty weak. Pretty weak, guys. But cheers. I'm enjoying my Yingling. I'm enjoying that. Made in America. No tariffs. It was actually on sale when I bought it. I like good sale. I like a good sale. You've got 500 XRP? How many XRP do I have? I think I have a little more than that. I think 1,200. Let this load up. If I still had all of my Dogecoin in the portfolio would be worth $23,000. But most of this Dogecoin isn't here anymore. But here's my XRP, 1,219 XRPs is what I got at an average of 58 cents. So yeah, up 260%. Oh, the Jasmine is now recovered and now is back up 283% profit. So Jasmine has now come back to overtake XRP in terms of my percentage gain in my DCA portfolio. Jasmine's coming back. Up 21% for the week. Wow. Good for Jasmine. Cheers to all the Jasmine holders out there. It's coming back. There might still be some faucets. I haven't heard about any faucets still working, Nigel. Cohen's got a great May prediction. A little up, a little down, a little sideways. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Who does text to talk? See, to me, if you're going to send me a message, Glittery, if you're going to, for anyone, if you're going to send me a message, take the time and type out the message correctly. A text-to-talk thing that's going to misspell everything, that's lazy. Too lazy. Take the time. Do it right. You're talking to me, right? Text-to-talk. Oh. One bite. Everyone knows the rules. Like that. The regulars got my back. Thank you, Sunshine. Yeah, I don't think so. Anything associated with that guy, Charles, worthless. Worthless. CDC, you made it? Anyone else got some of that good 15-cent Doge this morning? It did drop all the way down right there. 1502 on Binance. 1502 on the drop. Yo-yo Milkman. Dollar Dogecoin party. It'll be in Boston. Would be cool if Doge was the #2 cryptocurrency then, but I think Tether is going to keep minting. Hey, Pax Cat in the house. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Don't mind the tail. What's up, buddy? Huh? He's just walking through. Let's go. Let's go. Like and subscribe, everybody. I got a cat. Gonna watch the play-in today. I'll just wait for the Celtics on Sunday. Guess they're gonna play Orlando. I'll watch some games. Like, it's too early. I can't get all that invested in the early rounds of the playoffs. There's so many games. But if any of your teams are involved, good luck. Yeah, what is this 245% tariff on China? I know, Luca, right? What the heck's that? Where did that come from? And it's not on everything. Raul, want to look at Chainlink? Sure. We looked at Chainlink the other day. Somebody was asking about Chainlink. I'll tell you what I think. Yeah, go. Get. Being a pain. So Chainlink, like Dogecoin, like Bitcoin, is exactly where it was on March 10th as well. So for the past month and a half, it's been up, and it's been down, back up, and it's right where it was on March 10th. So same. Again, it's a crypto market, right? Chainlink hasn't done anything different than 99% of all the cryptos. I just hope you weren't in Mantra, that OM token. I hope you didn't have any of that, because that has not done the same thing. But Link, exactly the same. So it's following the crypto market for the past year and a half. Nothing special going on. That's all I can say. I don't know what's coming up for Link. Again, I sold my Link back up here. It was about $23, $24, somewhere up there, is when I took my profit on Link. So I'm out of the Link game. That was up here. I took my profit. Yeah, that's all I got on Link right now. Again, just following the same pattern as the rest of the crypto market. ETH is not where it was on March 10th. As we're giving ETH a hard time today, March 10th at its lowest was 1826, It's down about 15% from where it was March 10th. So Bitcoin's the same. Dogecoin's the same. Chainlink is the same, but not Ethereum. That just goes to show you, just ETH just, I mean, do you want to be buying ETH at 1,500? Is ETH going to all of a sudden go on a big run and outperform stuff? I have no idea. I have no idea, but I'm not buying more ETH. I can't support the project. I don't know what Vitalik is doing. I'm buying Dogecoin. I'm buying Dogecoin on the dips. No ETH. No ETH. But thanks for asking. Charlotte's in the house. Hi, how are you? You can misspell on your own. You don't need text to talk to do that for you. Ryan says, I was watching a Warriors game a week ago, scanned a barcode, and got $10 of Bitcoin. Wow. Nice. And then when Bitcoin goes to 150, 160K, you'll have $20 worth of Bitcoin. But it's cool, though, that they were doing that. And you actually took the chance to scan a barcode with your phone, risking like everything on your phone to do that. Haven't even begun to look at what miner to potion. That's something we're going to look at over the summer. We're going to do that as part of an ongoing thing. You know, the ant miners look like they're the biggest, but that's a lot of money to put out. I'll have to just see what the prices are with the tariffs and what's going to happen. You did a swap of Doge for Proppy. Joseph, I don't know what Proppy is. Sounds like just a token thing. Good luck. Good luck. Yes, Pax Cat showed up right when you did, Charlotte, for some reason. Oh, that's right. He came to see Charlotte, his new adopted mother, across the pond. Indy races May 25th. Someone in yesterday's chat said that they watched the race this past weekend, that Devlin DeFrancesco was driving in, and he got 27th place out of 28 cars. It was like, oh, that's not good. That's not good. 27th place. Just like, no. So I am not expecting much other than to watch a Dogecoin wrapped car go around the track. 15 cents, great support level. No, not Cavs, Adam. Celtics. Get that right. You're here in my place. Hey, maybe the Cavs don't even make it to the Eastern Finals. I doubt that. They'll probably be there, and it'll be a Cavalier Celtics series that will probably be very good. Ryan says Cavs not going to make it. You just saw a bald eagle. Where are you? No bald eagles in Boston, I'll tell you that. Buying on the dips can lower your average cost. For me, it raises mine because mine is still lower. ETH is becoming a meme token in the worst way. And true, it is a token now. It's no longer mined. Not a coin anymore. Buying on the dips raises your average as well, Ryan. Yep, same here. I know. When 40 cents. It was a Coinbase sponsored thing. Okay. Yeah, I would trust Coinbase. I'd have done that too for the Bitcoin. I'd have done that too, Ryan. Hello, Nye. How are you? You spent $1,200 on those Dogex NFTs? Sorry, Charles. Yeah. As soon as I saw Matt was involved, I was like, no, thank you. It was French foster mother. Okay. That's right. The cat speaks French. Do you? He's ignoring me. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. Same here. You're in Maine. You got yourself a bald eagle up there. Cool. Very cool. He got 27 out of 28. Right. If he got the last place, that would have been worse. Right. That would have been worse. DB speaking French in the chat. Something about shat packs. Les chat packs. That just doesn't sound right. I don't speak French, so I'm probably pronouncing that total. Paxcat, how do you pronounce that? Shat? Shat? Yes, I know it's cat in French. How do you pronounce it, though? He's ignoring you because he doesn't understand English. Right? Oh my God, you guys are too funny. Too funny. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. What else going on? Bitcoin hanging out at 84.3. Again, up and down action earlier. You can scroll back to the first 10 minutes of the stream if you want to see my whole read on what happened earlier today and Powell and the tariffs and stocks and gold and all that. That was a good first 10 minutes of a live stream today. It's one of my best, actually, I think. I was on a roll there. That was pretty good. So you who came in late, when the stream is over, just go back and watch the first 10 minutes. That was good stuff. Good stuff today. Yeah, Doge is in the green. Bitcoin's in the green. ETH is in the red. Poor ETH. Poor ETH. But overall, crypto's holding up very well, despite stocks being completely in the red. Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Tesla, all in the deep red today. Although there was a bit of a comeback the last half hour, as stock traders realized that Jerome Powell was pretty much just full of crap. Tariff hikes is going to drive higher inflation and slower growth. No, it's not. There's no proof that that's going to happen. And Trump isn't going to allow that to happen. We're not going to have higher inflation because of tariffs. And we're not going to have slower growth because of tariffs. There'll be a few items here and there. Yes, it's not going to be everything. But like I said, just buy American. Drinking this Yingling here, made in Pennsylvania, made in America beer. I do not need to be buying fancy imported beer and paying tariffs. I just buy American. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get another Budweiser. And I didn't want a Miller. I said, Yingling. Yeah, I like that. Yingling's good. So cheers, everybody. And Powell just, why does he even have to speak today? Would have been so much better. We were doing so well. Why did he even have to speak? That's what I thought, right? I need to be very careful pronouncing shat. Don't pronounce the T. So it's just sha. Sha. Is that right? Sha. You don't pronounce the T. I didn't know that. It's hard to pronounce. It's hard to describe how to pronounce. I know, right? I have to get one of those. Yeah, maybe I can do that. I'll bet one of these AIs can do it, right? Pronounce the French word for cat. Are we ready? Here it comes.
Cat.
No, that's the French pronunciation. I don't want that. God, that was bad. Is that website going to do it? Yes.
Chat.
There it is. Is that it, Charlotte?
Chat. Chat.
Sha. Got it. I found this pronunciation site called Collins that came up.
Cat.
No. French.
Cat.
No.
Feline. Feline.
A feline is a big cat.
Chat.
There it is.
Chat.
I think I got it, Charlotte. And PaxCat looked up too. You do know French. I have a stock with a $7 million market cap. Should I sell it as soon as it's high enough? 7 million, that's pretty small for a stock. Sha coin. Sha. Coin. Kind of like Sha. There you go. See? Ryan, that's it. Kind of like Sha. Got it. The T describes the lady's private part. Oh, did I get in trouble? Ooh, dear. I know. Why do people take Powell's words as gold? Exactly. I mean, he just wants to be able to say, see, I told you so, if it actually happens. I'm not convinced that's going to happen. Oh. Hey, you never know where the chat is going to go on KrissPax Live, right? I'm not even going to try that because I'm going to get in trouble. I know I'm going to get in trouble if I try and say that. So I'm not going to do it. No, not going to do it. No. Not doing it. Oh my God, you guys, too funny. This is where I go back into my merch store. Guys, there's a 20% sale going on. Only 2 days left. 20% off everything. Link in the description below to the KrissPax merch store. Don't you want to get some merch, some Doge merch? Do you want that? A nice cap. Onesie for the baby. It's it's getting to be like summertime coming. You need a premium tank top with Dogecoin on it. Charlotte, you need one of these. You need one of these. Premium tank top. Got all different colors. Dogecoin logo. Need. These are needs. You can get it just black with the Dogecoin on it. Just like that. Got some others. Well, you can get a Bitcoin logo if you really want a Bitcoin logo, but you can just get a Doge too. Just get the Doge. Two more days on that 20% off sale. 20% off. I know the Pizzagate, right, Ryan? Get that. You can get the pizza with the eye in it. The pizza eye. Just a fun thing. Just a fun thing. Yeah, it ships to England. I don't know what the shipping cost is, though. You have to actually click on it, and you click on what you want, and then you'll get all the details on shipping. But I'm not in England, so I don't see that. So just see what happens when you get there to check out the shipping. What happens when you go to the cart? So you go to the cart and then you'll get into the shipping stuff. So you'll have to check that out. HWH International. HWH International. I know nothing about it. HWH International. There it is. Wow. There's not a lot of trading happening on this stock. Look at that. Just sometimes it's just flat. There's no volume on this thing. $4, $5. Go to the daily. Oh, it's been down. Did it do a split or something? Yeah, it did a reverse split. Back on February 24th, it did a reverse split. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign to be buying something after a reverse split. That means that it fell below $1. And so they did this big reverse split so they could get the price back up over $1, and now it's falling back to $1. Never a good sign. If you get any little run on this thing, take profit. That is not a good sign. They did a reverse split. So there you go. That's all I can say about this thing. Reverse splits are bad news. Looks like right after the reverse split, it shot up over $2, and then it's just been tumbling down since. Good luck. Good luck. I've held through a reverse split before. I'll never do it again. If you're ever holding a stock and they announce a reverse split because the stock is low, sell. Sell it. If you believe in the company, buy back after the reverse split, after like a couple weeks, because the price is still just going to keep going down. But mostly it's like a company you don't want to be in. So Time to go all in on HWH. Yeah, reverse splits. Now, I still play with Megal, but I do a small bit of it with Megal just because it's, I don't know where the Megal is going to end up. Is crypto trading similar to stocks? Or is there just more of an overall negative news pattern? I'm not sure what you're asking, Kevo. I'm not sure what you're asking. Yeah, reverse splits. Not good. So Charlotte, I'm working on my new website, looking at introducing crypto payment for online bookings. Haven't really come across any other beauty salon offering crypto payments. Wish me luck. Good luck. Good luck with that. That'll be awesome. And that'll be a great marketing tool. Great marketing tool, especially being ahead of the game there. I think that's a great idea. Nice marketing angle. Except Bitcoin and Dogecoin. That's all you need. Bitcoin, because a lot of people have heard about Bitcoin and then slowly introduce them to Dogecoin. Yeah, reverse split. Kind of had a feeling as soon as I saw the chart, I was like, yeah. Ever heard of Pex peppers? Hot sauces. With Doge, really? Huh. Nope. There's a lot of hot sauces out there. That's a huge market. Huge market on hot sauces. Some exchanges like BTCC with no KYC. How do you track profit and loss? That, my friend, there's only one way to do it. And that is put it in a spreadsheet. You knew I was going to say that. Put it in a spreadsheet. Actually put in the date you bought, what you bought, how many coins, at what price, and your total cost for each purchase. And then when you sell, you put the sell over to the side, or however you're going to do it for how many you end up selling. So then you can track and you'll know the difference between your purchase and your sale, and you'll know what your profit or gain was or whatever. The only way to do it, because those non-KYC, DeFi exchanges aren't going to track all that for you. You need to track it yourself. So set up a spreadsheet, or you can join my Patreon and you can download this one for free if you join my Patreon, because this is on my Patreon. And then you can download this and then you just change out all of my stuff for your stuff. It takes a little while to fill out, but once you have it all filled out and you see all of your coins, tokens, whatever you're trading, you see it all on there, then you have control of it. The main advantage of it is there, Mr. Evergreen, is if you're ever audited for tax purposes and you've got a spreadsheet that shows everything on that, you're golden. Should be ready next week. All right. Yeah, XRP and ETH, right? God. Where can I buy something with Dogecoin? So Daniel, let me introduce you to something on X. You have to go onto X to see this. It's called the Doge list. Go to the Doge list. Doge list. Let me do a search. That's not the right one. It is called the Doge list right here. It's called the Doge list. Let's help Doge get adopted, supporting businesses around the world with mapping services for users with Dogecoin. Okay. And then you can go to their website called thedogelist.com. And here, I'll allow cookies on this. Sure. Sure. Explore, buy, and sell with Dogecoin. So, Miss Charlotte, you can also sign up here and you can put your business on the Doge list if you're accepting Dogecoin. This is the dogelist.com. And it's free marketing for you. Does your business accept Dogecoin? You can add your business to the map. You can create a storefront, buy and sell anything locally using Dogecoin. Shows you how to add a listing to the map for Doge. So check that out. Doge list. It's called thedogelist.com. The Doge list. And then this is their X account, the Doge list. What is the Doge list? We are a global directory that helps you find businesses that accept Doge, post your business that accepts Doge, sell something locally for Doge, or buy something locally with Doge. So check that out, the Doge list. Spreadsheet. I know, right, Ryan? I love my spreadsheets, man. Hey, it works for me. It works for me, especially when I was doing all of that profit taking. I've got that all. It's all on the spreadsheets. It's all good. So, Kevo, yeah, do you feel that crypto trading similar to stocks is concerning? Oh, I get it now. I think this is a temporary thing. And we actually saw a divergence today because stocks tanked today and crypto didn't. Stocks were all in the red, crypto's in the green. So today it went different ways. Different ways. But yeah, for a while, crypto was kind of following the stock market. And it'll continue to be influenced by the overall world markets. But then some days like today, crypto's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to follow you down. Is Dogecoin going to the moon? Well, you have to define moon. It'll get there. I emailed Elon asking for a baby, but he hasn't replied yet. Oh, God. Oh, man. That's funny. I miss my black market crypto trading prices where there's a whole black market thing going on. I love Tampa. Fun place to visit. Wouldn't want to live there. Would not want to live there. I like the seasons. I like all of that. But I'll be spending some winters down there, or parts of winters. That's for sure. Apparently, if I drive to Austin, I can get my car detailed for Doge, thanks to the Doge list. There you go, right? So when Doge goes up in price, right, and it's back up over 50 cents, 60 cents, think of all the great things you can buy with that Dogecoin because it'll be worth so much more. That's when you want to spend your Doge. When the price goes back up, then things cost less Doge. Yes. I'd love to actually use the currency and buy something. Scope out the Doge list. Exactly. The owner of the Doge list did message me and asked me if I would help promote the Doge list. And I said, sure, I would do that. What a great opportunity. Sometimes these things just happen. You like seasons? Summer. That's it. We've got spring in Boston now. The daffodils are blooming. We're getting buds on the trees. It's pretty nice. I love spring. After a long, cold winter, especially the stupid snow we got on Saturday, which was dumb. But now, nice, sunny, flowers blooming. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. Palm trees don't do that. Palm trees do not do that. But usually, yeah, by February and March, I'm done with the winter. I don't mind it like late November and through December, at least till New Year's Day. And then some of the January stuff, probably all right. By February, I'm pretty sick of it. And then March, you get like one nice day in March and fakes you out. And then it snows again, gets bitter cold. The cold wind, really bad. It's like, oh. Easter Sunday, this coming Sunday. But you know what it is also, Kevo? Doge Day. Doge Day this Sunday. And I will be live celebrating Doge Day. It just happens to be on Easter Sunday as well. Doge Day. Doge will go to Mars with Elon before it goes to the moon. Maybe at this point. $420, yes. Is it Tesla Day too? I don't think, does the Tesla family celebrate 420 as a Tesla? It's Doge Day. Tesla can't steal that. It's Doge Day. The spring in New England, US, awesome. Everything springs to life. We got it happening right now. This is awesome. Yep. And because we have a new house, it's all a surprise to us what's coming up because we have no idea. We never saw this house in the spring or summer, so we don't know what's coming. We looked on Google Maps, and the Google Maps the pictures were taken in late summer. So we don't know what the flower situation is here, but we're watching them come up, and we're like, yeah, got some flowers there. We got some flowers here. It's all a surprise to us. It's kind of fun, actually. It's like, wow, look at that. Someone tell April she's not February. Okay. Yeah, it has snowed on Easter before, but usually it's when sometimes Easter is in late March. And yeah, we've had some snowy ones. This year it's pretty late. 420 is about as late as Easter ever gets. All right, gang. Hey, that's what we've got. Up and down day, but overall, it's green for crypto unless you're ETH and a few others. But a good day trading. I hope everybody has a great evening. And we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, Pax Cat says goodbye as well. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't
of this.
Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.